Alright, welcome everyone. This is week 39 of the Let's Play 2 weekly series. Today I am on solo commentary, but hopefully things can still go fairly smoothly. Outside of round 1, which I feel like that's just kind of a pattern at this point. Alright, moving on to the rules, just to make sure everyone's on the same page here. Please enter with your Fightcade username. If a discrepancy between your Fightcade and challenge username is causing confusion, you will risk disqualification. Ryu is banned due to SNK boss syndrome. Lee and Xantet's JC glitch is banned. This is due to the fact that it creates a ton of really easy block infinites and also extends their mix-up potential to unreasonable heights. Intentionally crashing and soft blocking the game is banned. This should go without saying, but might as well throw it here for formality. Inserting coins if the round starts is banned. This is because every time you do that, the game will drop a frame, and that's going to screw up a lot of combos and setups. Loops are limited to 2 repetitions per combo. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It's kind of hard to break this rule on accident. Okade J2 through 6 cancels, and speedily or speeds and air chains are limited to 2 uses per combo. This means in practice that you can either jump once and hit the opponent 3 times, or you can jump twice and hit the opponents 2 times each. This is mostly just to keep these 3 in line with the above rule, because otherwise they would have a lot of weird corner cases, which would break the spirit of it. No macros, turbos, etc. outside of the official Fightcade basic macros. This does not extend the auto-fire. If your net is deemed unplayable, you will be disqualified, and this extends to failing to set your BIOS to AES, which is described on the bottom of the rules page. And the reason why we're playing on AES is that we can ban the following 4 stages: Village, Flames, Shrine, and Graveyard. All of these stages are well known for causing quite a bit of slowdown, so you can't play on them anymore. Format is best of 3 rounds per game, timer set to normal, all caps at default values, and all meters unmasked. Basically, don't mess with any options other than the stage select, and you will be good. Matches are best of 3 until finals, and winners, losers, and grand finals are all best of 5. Alright. Go ahead and try to process check-ins and start the tournament. What's your question, Playball? Okay, I'm on solo commentary. I should probably drop out here. Alright, check-ins are processed. God damn it, no, we're not doing that. We're not invading Kuryu, Playball. I'll unban him for a week if Samo can beat me in a first to 10 with Okade. How about that? Anyways, here's the bracket. The tournament has begun. Please refresh your browsers in order to see what exactly our next match is. And let's start this off with Gainsbourg versus Lord Tikki. And I forgot to start Fightcade. I am a buffoon. I should also probably double check if I'm on the right list. Yeah, okay. Alright, Lord Tikki is a name I recognize, but I haven't actually seen him play before. I've heard he's actually pretty decent, so we'll have to see how that goes. waiting for them to get in game here. Oh yeah, another thing that I always forget to mention. When you start the game, remember to push F3 once you get in, because the save state isn't on MVS, so you'll still desync if you don't reset. Basically, if you hear coins, something's up. Yeah, I think one of them was... Yeah, one of them was on the wrong BIOS there. No biggie, it happens. Alright, well, normally I talk about the matchup or something, but I don't remember who either of these players play, so that's not really an option. Oh, they're in. Alright, we have our Makuro EX Washi. Alright, special intro. We got a story battle here, and to Washi's dismay, this matchup traditionally is not canon. Just generally Makuro can pretty easily bully Wash Izuka off most anything. Wash can only really get the upper hand if he has life lead, which is really hard for EX characters to get, much less stay on top of. However, beating EX Washi actually have some really strong pressure of their own, but at the same time that means you have to risk getting caught in the Makuro blender, and oh my god, that was a wonderful jump in from Lord Tikki right there. Securing round 1 by the skin of his teeth. Alright, Gainsbourg laying down some basic pressure here, but gets deflected. B&B, good confirm. Alright, Gainsbourg laying down some crawl pressure. Gets the OTG, what's for breakfast? Gets the jump in. It's getting a little too predictable on that follow-up, getting deflected for the third time this set. Oh, but lands raw STM from like 3/4 of the screen. Calling out that fireball pretty hard. Alright, Lord Tikki whiffing the 6C at round start. Getting tick thrown. Gainsbourg getting the double overhead. Drops the super confirm. This could be a big punish. Lord Tikki dropping it, but still manages to get a frame trap. Alright, super confirm. Now there's the corner, and one more hit could kill. So gets the overhead, tries to reset into Fandango, doesn't get it. Ooh, and a wonderful reaction with that dive kick from Gainsbourg. Yeah, trying to tech trap ninjas or Makuro with fireballs is generally ill-advised because they can all react to it with their dive kicks. Although in Makuro's case, it's actually pretty difficult to do, so good on Gainsbourg right there. Alright, going to round 2. Lord Tikki kind of picking speed. Additionally, the better of the two modes, because the super confirm scale is really weird for washing EX, and SCM doesn't really give you anything. Alright, lands the shoulder, gets crossed up for some reason. Whole lot of really janky side switches. Alright, good deflect from Tikki. Just poking each other out. Not really fishing for any large confirms, but Gainsbourg finally get enough chip to put Tikki in desperation range. It is pretty difficult for Speed Washi to actually confirm super, though. Going for full screen Fandango, Gainsbourg having none of it. Might have been misinput. Probably wanted Fireball. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, whatever. Anyways, Gainsbourg going for the double overhead, doesn't get it. Both playing pretty slowly here, but their set play is pretty on point. Alright, Gainsbourg landing the cross-up man grab. It's super unsafe on block, but you gotta punish with more than just throw. Otherwise, it's still in Mikuro's favor because it does a ton of chip and power. Whiffs the dive kick, it's called out with a super! Lord Tikki taking round 2. Alright, Gainsbourg landing basic key right there. Gets another one. He has life lead now. And Washi's zoning potential is actually pretty decent once you have charge. Let's call it another dive kick, but Gainsbourg going for the key version this time. Oh, goes to super. That could be an opportunity for Tikki to kill, but drops it. Double overhead, Tikki seemingly reacting to it. And baits the throw with a fade back jump. Counter pick from Gainsbourg. Well, they're, this game determines the set. With dance here, no real punish from Gainsbourg. Not sure if I agree with that jumping. Right, laying down some tick throws. Beautiful space on that fireball right there, baiting the dive kick. And closing it with a meaty throw. Lord Tikki putting himself on set point and has a bar of meter on deck already. Gainsbourg with a very clean jump in around start. Gets a meaty command grab. Some chip. And a basic 4A anti-air is going to let Gainsbourg take a perfect from that trip guard. Alright, the sunsafe on block. Gainsbourg dropping the punish. Lord Tikki responding with the super confirm. Gainsbourg trying to make full use of this dive kick. Goes for an STM. Mikuro's dive kick is actually able to go at some really awkward angles for Washi to try and deal with. It can go out between the fireball and the DT. But the problem is it's slow as hell, and there's not really a whole lot Mikuro can run otherwise that range shown there. Lord Tikki taking the set off the punish from that STM. Alright, moving on. Alright. Winner's second. Let's give give the ones who just played a second to breathe here, and start with Ardondo Infinito and Delicious Burger. Alright, just gonna wait for them to get in game here. Alright, I believe we're gonna see Akari. I don't actually know who Ardon's gonna play. His pockets are running pretty deep. Moria. Oh, maybe Juzo. Alright. So we've got Power Akari, Power Juzo. Traditionally this is pretty heavily in Akari's favor because she's able to zone out Juzo pretty easily, and although she has a hard time straight up beating Juzo's JB, she can trade very, very well with it, and JB, despite swinging his club, it has absolutely no destroy. Extends his hurt box the whole way, so if you can just slap him with a 4B or a dive or a flash kick, like right there, it's pretty much always going to be in Akari's favor, so Juzo just can't really jump in, which is rough, because that's his only real way to approach. Alright, gets command grab. Delicious Burger for us in a pretty good trade, but jumps in just a little too high. Ardon responding with an anti-air command grab. Probably Juzo's single strongest trait. Because that command grab comes out frame 1, and there's trip guard in this game. So whenever you see someone go for a jump, and you can just fuzzy guard it, and then, yeah, hit him with one of those. Because it's got such huge range, a lot of characters just get completely stuffed by it. And to my knowledge, Akari doesn't actually have a jump in that outranges Juzo's command grab. So once Juzo gets, well, if Juzo gets life lead, you should actually be able to play fairly defensively. Well, assuming, again, he's got decent enough life lead that he can outdo fireballs. A wake up flash kick gets the super confirm. Meaty fireball gets the jump in. Burger's throwing out some pretty safe pokes here. And manages to close it with a JB. Pretty risky to do in this matchup, but oh, wow! I don't know if the rounds start to flex. An anti-air throw, and also the chain grab after. I've been told you can actually tech the follow-ups from Juzo's anti-air throw, which I don't know how easy that is to do. Apparently it's the thing. Alright, Burger rolling in for a grab. Air throw into regular throw. Classic. Ron doesn't seem to know how to deal with Akari whiffing her command grab, or her air grab. Which, to be fair, it is very difficult to punish, especially if you're playing a character that wants to be in the air as long as Juzo does. Alright, random PM, doesn't pay off. Ron just needs to get life lead here. Just barely not enough! Manages to catch the Burger with a stray JB, taking life lead and the round. Round start DM, almost gets it, but every jump's a safe jump against that apparently. Alright, good anti-air from Burger. Alright, Ardon's starting to go for some meaties here. Fortunately, he was just a little too high up on that JC, allowing Burger to get a punish. Alright, gets the command grab. Whips the follow-up. Burger had the opportunity to actually take the round there, because Fireball would have been a true block screen. And it would have shipped out. Nonetheless, he still manages to get another straight hit and take the round. Alright, both of them going for some safe pokes. Burger laying some clean air-to-airs. And the throw for breakfast. Dropped meaty. Ardon getting a command grab, putting Burger in desperation. Oh, dropped the flash kick punish. I think this will kill. No, not yet. But that will. Yeah, Burger takes the set. Alright, up next. Oh, did I never actually... Oops. I forgot to actually start the tournament. You guys should be able to report your scores now. Sorry. Alright, up next. We should have Playball versus Lord Tikki. Also, we will be watching all of Losers, so just wait down there. Oh, they're in. Always throws me off looking for Playball in the lobby because his name is actually I Am Playball, which I started things alphabetically, so he's on the other side of the lobby. What I'm expecting, but nonetheless, we have Power Amano EX Washizuka. Not an especially common matchup. I'd imagine both these characters would prefer to play pretty defensively, because... Actually, no, Washi's gap is actually kind of slow, so Amano actually can probably lay down some pretty intense pressure. So if anything, Washi's probably on the defensive most of the time. Although his pressure's not to be understated either. But Playball walling him out pretty effectively with Amano's JC. I think the most disjointed anti-air in the game, and not even with a weapon. Alright, Tikki just landed a ton of shoulders here. Seems to be working. I'm not sure if Playball realizes that second hit is a low. Or maybe he just doesn't realize you can actually fuzzy guard the overhead and low. Alright, Playball landing a shoulder of his own, getting significantly more damage off it thanks to Super Confirm. That was a rough deflect. Playball failing to react to it though. Unsafe block string, Playball punishing accordingly, and finally blocks it. Drops his punish. This could be death! There it is! Lord Tikki taking round 2. Alright, Playball deflecting his way out of that one. Interestingly, trades with the Fireball. Both them whiffing deflect. Amano's got better start on his jab, so he's able to mash out of that situation. Alright, going for the restand. Just not barely enough to kill. But manages to land an empty hop throw nonetheless. Lord Tikki taking game 1. Alright, going to Yukimachi. Now, traditional wisdom would say this stage flags the least out of all of them. But the difference is marginal between this and the other quote-unquote clean stages. This game has pretty infamous slowdown no matter where you go, though, so it's kind of inevitable to some degree. Alright, Playball landing some pretty good throws here. Around some air to airs. Slow on that last one, allowing Tikki to get in. But apparently that's where Playball wants him. Does the throw and chips him out with a Rekka. Interesting bait from Playball. Tikki not really going for a lot of confirms, but his landing is just enough. Playball, however, laying the 2A into super. As for the funny STM, not getting it. Washi's STM is pretty much entirely a gimmick. There's almost no real application for it, so I usually see it mostly as a meme. Alright, Playball laying down some strike throw pressure. Might as well outload Lord Tikki with a 1 ABC, I think? I don't know, something very big and slow. Get what the notation is. The signups are open. They're not open this week, though. Can't join in after the tournament's already started. Oh wow, good trade from Playball right there. And another raw charge to take game 2. Alright, interesting deflect from Tikki there. That's unsafe. No punch from Playball. Not sure what happened there. Nonetheless, he still manages to get a throw into an option select for that soft knockdown. Amano's 3B has this interesting property where it's actually able to hit a standing opponent as well as a downed opponent. So if you delay it the right way, you can actually just option select soft knockdowns so you hit them on either side with the 3B. In most cases, it's actually better to just the OTG. It leads to generally less advantage for Amano. there's a lot more cheeky stuff you can do if you're standing rather than knocked down. Alright, goes for Rekka. Drops the last hit, but Tikki still failing to block it. Alright, finally figures out how to bear out of the Rekka. Tikki, though, landing a super confirm. This might be it. Not quite. That will be, though. Alright, we're on turn, or set point here. Just letting that super rock out. I guess that is significantly harder to punish than the shoulder itself. Alright, there. Tikki laying down some pretty solid pressure and manages to get the last clean hit he needs. Moving on to winners finals, I believe. Alright, moving on to losers, we have Ardon do Infinito versus Gainsbourg. Beast player match. Just waiting for them to get in game here. There they are. It's backwards. Gainsborough going straight to Zantetsu. Ardon deliberating, switching off to Juzo. Arguably the worst matchup in the game, so understandably counterpicks Hibiki, or switches off to Hibiki. Still not a very good matchup, but certainly a lot better than whatever Juzo's Zantetsu is supposed to be. Alright, Gainsbourg going for a round start, double overhead. I believe that JB was actually a cross-up. Already gained a pretty solid life lead. Gets the anti-air with a kunai. And lands another dive kick for good measure, taking round one in pretty convincing fashion. This is just generally a really rough matchup for Hibiki because Zantetsu's able to move around very quickly to play around all of her normals, and whenever she whiffs anything, she has just a year of recovery, so you can easily react with pretty much whatever you want with Zan. If nothing else, you've always got Slash, which is going to build a ton of meter and give you Oki. And Zantetsu Oki might as well be a confirm once you learn how to use it, because he's got literal 10-way mixes. It's pretty insane. Alright, what's the mix-up? Fade back JA. Alright, Gainsbourg taking game 1. Ardon counterpicking Mikuro. Significantly better matchup. This is also one of the fastest moving matchups in the game. I have literally never seen a round of this go longer than 30 seconds. Both these characters have insanely high damage output and a very heavy emphasis on rushdown. Alright, Gainsbourg landing a clean confirm. Manages to tech trap off the anti-air slash. almost chips out. And Ardon landing the super confirm off dive kick, just enough to kill. Alright, good dive kick from Gainsbourg. Going for a cheeky power AB. Or BC, I should say. Confirms a left chip, but leaves himself punishable. Ardon going for a jump in instead of an actual punish. It seems to be a pretty common issue he has. Alright, Gainsbourg laying the trip guard after that jump in. No one checked in, Tikki. That's why like half the participants vanished. If you don't check in, you get disqualified once the tournament starts. Alright, Ardon taking game 2. Alright, Gainsborough laying the cross-up double overhead. Lands the air-to-air dive kick, and Ardon finally managing to land a clean hit in that scramble. Fade back JB, drops the confirm, and jumps straight into the DM. Alright, Gainsbourg finally getting a jump in. Finding himself out of the blender, and back in it. Once either of these characters get a jump in, whether or not the actual hit itself lands, even just an empty hop, you're pretty much just stuck in the blender. You have to fight pretty hard to get out. Or just pray that they drop something. Brass DM from Ardon, not gonna land. I respect it though, because it's pretty safe. Alright, and Gainsbourg guard canceling for the game. Alright, up next, we have Gainsbourg versus Playball, I believe. Sorry to make you immediately start another match, Gainsbourg, but that's all we have lined up. Alright. Tikki, without the check-in, there would like every week be 2 or 3 players minimum who just forgot about the tournament. It's a necessary evil, unfortunately. Because otherwise we're gonna have a lot more problems trying to figure out who actually showed up. That's really the only method we have to verify that. Anyways, on the match at hand here, we have Gainsbourg versus Playball. Alright, Playball lane, a pretty solid super confirm. Counterintuitively, Amano charge is actually really useful in neutral. because it's pretty difficult to punish on block because it's so ambiguous and also leaves him so far away. But if you land it, you can just empty cancel into super and it's gonna do a ton. It's all 50% in power. Alright, Gainsbourg laying some basic throws. All those are really, really strong for Makuro. Arguably the best throw in the game. Right up there with like a Tikki and Kagami. Alright, land a dive kick. Playball landing a super confirm of his own, and OTG. Smart play, leaving Gainsbourg out of desperation so he can't put another chip out. And Playball landing it with a meaty shoulder, I believe. Alright, quick game one in Playball's favor. Alright, Playball getting the first hit here. Gainsbourg laying a stray Rekka. Done combos, unfortunately. Allowing Gainsbourg to punish. We're going for some pretty scary stagger pressure here. Both these characters have some really strong strike throw presence, because their throws are both very good, and their strikes very easily... Oh, wow. Playball with Wake Up SCM. But yeah, their throws lead to really good set play and damage in both their cases. And their jabs very easily convert into super. Virtually unscaled super at that. So you're gonna see a lot of... Yeah, a lot of this. Alright, Gainsbourg trying to zone out a little bit. Neither of these characters have particularly strong zoning tools, but... Oh wow, Gainsbourg with the anti-air... Yeah, I guess trying to prove me wrong. Alright, well. Gainsbourg taking game 2 there. Neither of these characters are very well known for their zoning tools. Like, Amano's got JC, and Makuro's got, like, his saws, which are pretty rewarding if he can force the opponent to respect them. But there's no real reason for Amano to eat a saw most of the time in this matchup, because... Yeah. He really doesn't have much that he wants to be throwing out at full screen. Grab confirmed from Playball there. Baits the DM, but fails to punish it. Alright, Playball just needs one more round here. Gainsbourg does have meter on deck, though. Goes for the cross-up just a little too far. Alright, Sunsafe on block. Lands both hits of the double overhead. Not canceling the super. Alright, gets the grab. He lands okay here, that's game. Not quite! That's unsafe! Does Gainsbourg get punished? No, he does not, but still manages to open him back up regardless. Alright, Playball moving on to Losers Finals. Which, speaking of finals, we are now in top 3, which means all matches will be best of 5 or first of 3. Starting us off in Winners Finals, we have Lord Tikki versus Delicious Burger. Please play your match. Alright, they're in. Alright, Power Akari, EX Washi. Alright, additionally, this isn't a very bad match for Washi. His pressure is strong enough that it's worth the risk of trying to approach Akari, which not a lot of characters can say. But also, once Washi has Life Lead, he doesn't necessarily need to stay in Akari's face, because he's got some really good fireballs to deal with Akari's zoning, so he doesn't have to worry about chip too much. In fact, if Akari's not careful, she could end up being in a B fireball, which is just going to make the life lead gap just that much wider. Right, he going for that jump and just barely misses it. Manages to get some pressure. Both of them have meter on deck. Both of them have some very strong ways to spend it. Like a guard cancel. Tried and true. Can't go wrong with that. Honestly, more players should probably start utilizing guard cancel. It's a very, very strong mechanic. Even though it costs a bar of meter, you can... Pretty much the entire cast gets at least, like, 20% off it, because they can just go for the auto follow-up in an OTG. So, all of a sudden, it's your turn, and the opponent's down a fifth of their life. Right? We're going for the easy combos here. Still manages to put him in range to die to a tick pro. Gets the jump in, base to deflect. Going for another throw, whiffs it, but the deflect whiffs longer, so Burger still manages to get a punch. He has an opportunity for a super confirm here, he gets it! Across the country, lands the restand, gets the jump in, and doesn't punch the TP. That's unfortunate. He does, however, manage to pick it back up with a 4A. Alright, going to Waterfall. It's a great stage. Alright. Tikki taking a very early life lead here. Still playing quite aggressively. Gets the anti-air, forces them to block a fireball at the range that it becomes safe. And manages to chip out with a B fireball. Strictly speaking, wasn't necessary, but maybe he wasn't sure the A fireball was killed. Alright, good anti-air. He's gonna do damage cap. Super already does a ton of damage on its own, and the EX characters take an extra 30%, so that just adds up to be a ton. Right, we're going for an instant overhead to beat out the anti-air. Very strong on bait right there. Up low. Burger just trying to force it to start jumping. Manages to, but the dive for the flash kick on combos. Self up for super confirm into a restand. He now has meter on deck. He hit a kill. Drops the punish. Alright, Burger takes game 2. Yeah, the trick with punishing Akari's flash kick isn't that, or, not, yeah, flash kick. Oh, yeah, probably should have found or caffeine or something. Anyways, the trick with punishing that isn't to try to bear it. The secret is that you gotta actually delay your punish like a full second against the anti-air itself. Because it actually has a ton of recovery. And the window for the follow-ups actually doesn't extend throughout the entirety of its recovery. So if you just delay your punish, you can react to any of the follow-ups being blocked and punish those accordingly. Because otherwise Akari can kind of frame trap you, but not really. It's weird. Basically, if you don't delay your punish, you're gonna eat a super anyways, even though you blocked it. Tries to go for a meaty throw, doesn't get it. It's now Burger's turn. What's the mix-up? Doesn't even attempt the restand. Might have been this input. Alright, well, Burger taking game 3. Will you see a counter pick from Tikki? No, we will not. Oh, he might change modes. Alright, no counter pick. Yeah, bro. More air dares, and gets thrown. Both of them are playing really aggressively in this matchup. Make up flash kick, gets the back hit, so Tikki doesn't even need to worry about the follow-ups. Easy punish. Right, Tikki demonstrating the power of Washi's zoning. Still has to use it as a chance to get in though, because he didn't have life lead. No one in this game can really zone without life lead. Are some very specific matchups. Okay, Tikki just didn't block super. Burger puts himself on set point. He's going for some pretty risky deflects here. They're not paying off. Finally gets one. Lands the Fandango. Drops it. He might have wanted a reset. We're going for just 3 MP ups in a row and moving on to Grand Finals. Screwing himself second place. Alright, so Lord Tikki's moving on to Losers Finals, where they must face off against Playball. Just waiting for them to get in game here. Alright, they're in. Alright, so, Amano, Washizuka. I actually believe this is a rematch. Why, yes it is. Alright, we'll have to see if Playball can figure out how to take this back. Alright, so both these characters have really strong damage, some pretty solid disjoints, and some really solid stagger pressure, but for very different reasons. Washi's more so just straight up frame trapping you all the time, unless you're switch guarding everything correctly, which is very difficult to do considering how many high-lows he has to mess with that. You're just gonna be stuck in an eternal vortex of plus frames, which button you're gonna get hit. Mono, meanwhile, just goes for strike throws. Pretty self-explanatory, but still very, very rewarding. He just throwing out all these hops, not respecting Playball's JC in the slightest. Gets another one. Playball's focusing pretty hard on the ground game, and it's really showing. We'll have to see if they can get these anti-airs out. Insert shoulder. Playball failing the punish. With deflect, that's gonna hurt. Now in the vortex. Playball laying a throw. Not quite building a full bar yet. There we go. Whiffed anti-air. Not actually a punish, but he trying to throw another anti-air. Right. Playball's trying to go for some air dares. He's staying on life lead, but still managing to find an opportunity to play pretty aggressively with it. Alright, gets a super confirm. Think this will kill? Yes, it does! Alright, Playball guessing correctly. Again, option selected, but it's kind of tricky, so... Gonna get dropping every once in a while, or just guessing anyways. Oh, wow! Playball killing off the 5B confirm. Huh. Well, that's Amano, I guess. Alright, Lord Tikki laying down some unsafe pressure. Playball once again failing to punish. Tries deflecting out, but the window to beat that is pretty... Oh my god! In the middle of pressure, goes for a power BC. Pretty risky play, but it pays off. Punishes the flash kick. And delays the BC. Playball making pretty good use of that. It's a surprisingly decent tool, despite Power BCs in general not being that great. Amano's has a gigantic disjoint and also moves back quite a bit, so there are actually quite a few applications for it. Especially since if the opponent is actually actionable to try and deflect it. It's a mind game with that because you can always just hold it in order to beat an instant deflect, or the opponent can just delay their deflect and or jump away. Alright, landing a raw Fandango. Kills with it. Throw, good deflect, and not sure what that interaction was. Playball landing a record confirm. Quite optimal, but it'll do. It's a good kill, there it is! Playball taking game 3. He wants the run back. Still a kind of pick from Tikki. Seemed to be a bit of a character specialist. Cross under the throw. Not a bad option. Not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised that Rocket didn't uncombo right there. Goes for another one. He's now in desperation though, so maybe just get a clean hit or get thrown. Hell. Good deflection Playball. Tikki failing to block or punish that Rekka. Playball with another deflecting EC. Not true, but still a really good situation for Amano. Power, oh wait, that's the set. Playball's moving on to Grand Finals. Alrighty then. So, since this is a double elimination tournament, that means Playball is going to have to win 2 sets, whereas Delicious Burger's only going to have to win 1. Also, please report your scores, guys. I don't actually remember what the score was between Tikki and Burger. Was it 3-2? I think it was 3-2. I'm gonna ask. Alright, well, it's not a huge deal. We know who the winner was. That's the important bit. I'm not gonna dwell too long on this. If neither of them respond, I'm just going to assume it was 3-2. Okay, I'm going to assume it's 3-2. Alright. Oh, it was 3-1. Oops. I have magical TO powers, though. so I can change it. Alright. Anyways. We have Playball versus Delicious Burger in Grand Finals with Delicious Burger on winner's side. Please, player match. Alright, here we go. Akari Amano, Akari Hibiki, dare I say, Akari Okina. Alright, we have Akari Amano. Names are backwards. Here we go. Power Akari, Power Amano. Sounds like the connection's a bit rough. It's unfortunate. Alright, Burger taking a pretty early lead. Just kind of bouncing around. We'll finally find an opening. A little early on that punish, I think, but still lands it. Oh, and the super confirmed kills. All right, bell taking round 1. Akari's 2A is a very, very strong normal. It's a 2-frame low with massive disjoint. It's plus on block if you don't switch guard it. Has very little pushback, so you can threaten throws from a pretty decent range, or just fan it into itself. It also leads to a ton of damage if it hits. Even just comboing it into itself does like 20%. Alright, deflecting Playball right there. And just take it with an OTG conversion. Alright. You're just jumping around. Playball's really got to start making better use of that JC. It's a very strong button to shut down pretty much the entirety of the airspace around Amano. Alright, we're starting to see it a bit more. Best deflect. Tries to react the fireball, but can't really do that against Akari's fireball. It's way too fast. In fact, if anything, you're just asking to be anti-aired because she can DP you on a reaction. If you hop from that distance, you'll land on the fireball. If you do a full jump, well, she'll anti-air you. Not really sure what they're doing right here. Playball dashing in for a throw. Making life lead. Actually, surprisingly hard for Akari to approach Amano. Doesn't really have any especially good answers to JC. Pretty much just has to try and trap him with a fireball. Try to convert that to pressure. Alright, speaking of pressure, finally managing to land some tick throws. Stare down. And empty up grab. Oh, that's not a good sign. Looks like they're still playing. It might have just been a spectator crash. try and get back in real quick. Alright, yeah, it was. Sorry about that, folks. Playball is currently in desperation. One super confirmed from Playball could take this, but any straight hit from Burger would as well. Oh, wow! Beats out the Fireball with an STM and manages to take game 1. Or 2, actually. Playball going for the throat, already trying to take this reset. Right. Going for some big throws. Burger's got a very sizable life lead. They could quite easily just start zoning out Amano at this point. But continues to lay down the pressure and whittles Playball down bit by bit. Kari's pressure is pretty simple outside of her gimmicks, but it's painfully effective. Very few things can actually contest it. Contest it consistently, I should say. Everyone can contest it if you switch guard the 2A correctly, but at that point, it's risky enough, you might as well just deflect. Speaking of deflects, Playball landing a pretty clean one right there. Doesn't try to OTG off the DP. And Burger punishing the shoulder successfully. Taking game 3 and potentially defending this bracket reset. Still no counter pick from Playball. Alright, Playball's trying to bully Burger with JC quite a bit. Not having a Akari can really contest at that range. All she's got is like specifically her Fireball, which is not very favorable. Or deflecting, but again, all she really gets from that is the automatic follow-up, so not worth the risk. But if JC's done too early, you can anti-air it. Okay. We're laying an empty up throw to take the round right there. Alright, both of them have meter on deck. Playball leaves himself safe. Heavier versions of that move are safe on block if spaced, so there's not really a whole lot you can do about it. Oh, actually, come to think of it, Akari's got 2A. Of course you can punish it. He's got one of the best 2-frame normals in the game. Alright. One clean hit from either of these could take it. Like that right there. Alright, Playball's got an opportunity to reset the bracket right here, right now. We're landing a clean deflect. Doesn't really do anything with it. You land the auto follow-up of deflect or guard cancel, you can always just go for a OTG. Because they're hard knockdowns. Pretty sure everyone has a fast enough run speed that they can actually keep up with it, even mid-screen. If they just have like maybe Okina, but he's got OTG Turtle, so it doesn't matter. Playball whiffing a pretty risky STM there. Burger not punishing very optimally, but still gets something. And goes in with 5A, not a normal you see all the time. Just to say, like, at all, it's pretty much just a worse 2A. But I guess it makes sense in that situation since it can cover some anti-air angles. Alright, Playball just mashed in 2A. Looking like an Akari player here. Alright, that's gonna be a tricky one. Nope, doesn't get it. From just fishing for some small pokes here. Burger manages to get his first. Go back to bowling with JC, but Burger's not having any of it. Gets another deflect. Still no OTG. Alright, Playball's on his last shot of life, and Burger takes the tournament right there! Alright. And for the first time in months, I've actually got to change the text. For it is not Samo that has won tonight, but Delicious Burger. Congratulations! You have won the brownie points. Or something, I don't know. Anyways, thank you everyone who participated. I apologize for those that didn't check in this week. It seems like there are actually a lot of players that are able to make this time block that can't normally, so I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can get exhibitions going on this time of day more often or something. But for now, that's the last Blade 2 events of the day, I think. So yeah, congrats, Burger. Thank you to everyone who participated. Thank you for everyone who stuck around and watched. And have a good night.